We've got a sprint car shakeup in central Pennsylvania, plus we'll talk about the dirt racing ahead this weekend. Let's go. Today is Friday, July 8th, 2022. Welcome into Dirt Tracker Daily. I'm Justin Fiedler. We've already had several driver and team changes on the sprint car side this season, especially within the last week or so. We've talked a bunch of those here on the show. And yesterday, things changed pretty dramatically in central Pennsylvania. Anthony Macri didn't finish racing during PA Speed Week. He sat out the finale at Selinsgrove, and there were lots of rumors about why he was doing that, and had people asking me about it. And it seems that now we know the reason why. So here's where we stand today with the information that started trickling out last night. Devin Borden has been racing the Heffner 27 over the past year, and now the young driver from Washington is out. Going forward, Borden will drive for John Stehman, who's campaigned cars for himself and Pat Cannon here in recent years. Stehman is being joined by Jim and Chris Shuttlesworth, who move over from Anthony Macri's team. Jim has been Macri's crew chief for a few seasons now, but supposedly he's getting an ownership stake in this new venture with Stehman and Borden. So Macri losing two key crew members is probably why he didn't finish racing last week, and losing those guys could be a massive hit for his season going forward. Macri has already had an incredible year with wins all over Pennsylvania, including during PA Speed Week with the AllStars and during weekly competition. He's also had solid runs with the Outlaws this season. He's got top fives at Lincoln and Bridgeport and a top 10 at Knoxville. In the meantime, while the Macri team tries to figure out how to replace Jim and Chris Shuttlesworth, Macri posted his Facebook page that Bernie Stubjin of Indy Race Parts is coming in this weekend to fill in as crew chief on the 39. So Macri now with Bernie Borden to the Stehman team with the two Shuttlesworths, and Mike Heffner is now looking for a driver for the famous 27 ride. And now you've got all of these rumors flying around about the future of the 27 with all sorts of names being floated. I've seen Macri, but I've also seen Corey Eliason and Briggs Danner mentioned in this conversation. Macri's obviously not the guy here for the 27, but Eliason and Danner are interesting possibilities. Eliason is probably the highest profile free agent right now, but I wonder how good of a choice he'd be given his kind of up and down history in central Pennsylvania. He's won at Port Royal and Lincoln in AllStar competition, but Williams Grove has been an issue for him, and there are also some tough finishes at Port and Lincoln mixed in on his resume. He is talented, though, and maybe the switch from the young and kind of inexperienced Borden to the more veteran and experienced Eliason would be a boost for that 27 team. Danner is also being mentioned here as he's already backed by Heffner in his other racing pursuits, and he's high on the list of young talent right now in open wheel racing around the country. There could also be other names here at play, but those just kind of seem to be the two most mentioned. The situation appears to be pretty fluid right now, and the announcement could come fairly quickly on the new driver for the Heffner car. It may even happen before this show gets posted. So stay tuned, friends. The silly season door has just been completely kicked off the hinges. In Lucas competition on Thursday night, Chris Madden picked up the first prelim night win at Deer Creek Speedway. He started 11th and took the lead with 6 laps to go. Brandon Shepard and Jonathan Davenport were battling for the lead, and Madden just kind of slipped by on the bottom and drove by both of them for the win. Sheppy and JD completed the night's podium. For the second night in a row, we had really good racing with the Lucas late models. At the end, you could have basically thrown a blanket over the top 4 with Tim McCready also in the mix. Racing continues tonight with another $5,000 to win prelim program, with Saturday's big show paying a very nice $50,000 to the winner. No movement in the Lucas standings last night, and there won't be tonight either, so Shepard still leads McCready by 30 and Thornton by 200. Both me and the Dirt Tracker Analytics prediction formula are sticking with the same win picks for tonight that we had last night, even though they both missed. The formula has Shepard. I'm going Davenport again. You can, again, watch the Lucas Late Models live tonight on both MAV TV Plus and Flow Racing. It's been a tough week for the Summer Nationals with cancellations, and that theme continued last night, and it's already bitten them for tonight. Thursday's Herald and Review 100 at Macon was rained out and will be rescheduled for Thursday, September 1st. And tonight's show at Farmer City has already been lost to rain with a new date of Friday, July 15th. Highland Speedway and Tri-State Speedway remain on the schedule for the weekend, so we'll see if those Summer Nationals and Modified Nationals events happen. Bobby Pierce continues to lead Brian Shirley and Jason Fager in the late model standings, while Nick Hoffman has a sizable lead on Kyle Steffens and Kenny Wallace on the modified side. If the weekend shows happen, they will be live over on Dirt Vision. And speaking of postponements, tonight's World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series race at 34 Raceway has been postponed because of the wet stuff. They will try again tomorrow at Wilmot in Wisconsin. Track and series officials are efforting on a new date this season for the 34 Raceway event. I've got 5 Outlaw shows at Wilmot in the DirtTracker.com analytics database, and Brad Sweet was the winner there 1 year ago. David Gravel, Donnie Schatz, and Brent Marks all have recent wins there as well. Over those past 5 races, Donnie Schatz actually leads all drivers in average finish at Wilmot at 4.2. The analytics prediction formula likes Gravel for tomorrow, and I think this could be a good track for those guys to grab their first win since Paris back in March. That's a span of 24 races that Gravel's been winless. So I'll go Gravel tonight as well. The top 5 in the Outlaw standings remain tight with 1st to 5th, only separated by 72 points. One other Outlaw note for you, Kyle Larson is expected to join the field next Tuesday night at Attica for the Brad Doty Classic. I do not know what Larson's plans are for the King's Royal, though. I've had some people ask me about that. The Cup cars are in New Hampshire next weekend, so that's not necessarily an easy back and forth on Saturday with Cup qualifying and the big show at Eldora. Up at Houston Speedway this weekend in South Dakota, it's a big USAC event with both the sprint cars and midgets inbound for the USAC Nationals. Friday and Saturday nights pay $5,000 to the winner of each of those, with Sunday's finales paying $12,000 to win. Buddy Kofoid leads Justin Grant in the midget standings coming into the weekend, with those two quite a ways ahead of everyone else this season. On the sprint car side, things are much tighter, with the top 6 still all really within contention here. Grant leads Brady Bacon and Robert Ballou, with Logan Seavey 4th, Emerson Axum 5th, and CJ Leary, that driver, in 6th. Thomas Meserol and Chris Wyndham were prelim night midget winners last year, with Wyndham taking the big win on night 3. Tanner Thorson and Leary were sprint car prelim winners, with Leary also winning the finale in 2021. The prediction formula favors Bacon and Kofoid tonight, and I'll agree on both of those picks. Both have been really good this season and as of late. You can watch the USAC Nationals from Huset's live on Flow all weekend long. And in the Northeast, the tight All-Star points battle between Tyler Courtney and Justin Peck heads to Ransomville tonight and State Line tomorrow. The gap between the two following the Silver Cup at Lernerville is only 24 points. It's about 12 positions. It appears as though the series hasn't been to Ransomville since the year 2000, from what I could find, while Hunter Schoenberg won at State Line a year ago in All-Star competition. I'm guessing we'll get some of the PA posse contingent in attendance over the next 2 nights. That should include Brent Marks. Marks hasn't finished worse than 6th in his last 8 All-Star races. I'm going to pick him tonight while the formula continues to like Tyler Courtney. Both of these races will be live over on Flow. There is a bunch of rain around the country today. Obviously, we've already talked about some cancellations, and a lot more are probably possible. So stay tuned to social media and check with your favorite track or series before you head out tonight. Obviously, wouldn't want you to show up to a track that's had a race that rained out, so make sure you're paying attention to what's going on around the country today. There are over 100 shows this weekend across the streaming services, and that includes the World of Outlaws on Dirt Vision, Lucas on Flow Racing, and MAV TV Plus. I talked about the USAC Nationals. The Summer Nationals and All-Stars are out there as well. To see the full daily streaming schedule through the weekend with links to watch, visit dirttracker.com/watch tonight. That's it for the show today. Hope you enjoyed the Dirt Racing weekend. If you have thoughts about the topics on today's show, please leave them in the comments below or tweet at me. Thanks everybody for tuning in this week. We'll be back on Monday for more Dirt Tracker Daily.